Eagle Talon, Eagle Talon, Eagle Talon, Nissan Skyline. My 90s cars are really starting to add up, but you guys have specifically asked about this one right here. You've been seeing this in the background of videos for 3, 4, even 5 years, never knowing what is up with this Eagle Talon TSI. You guys keep asking me about it and I've never done a video on it. And in today's video, I'm gonna go way into the archives. We're talking like a 5-year-long project on this Eagle Talon TSI because it did not look like this when I bought it. So you're getting actually a spoiler alert. This is the end product of this entire Eagle Talon series. This is my 1990 Eagle Talon TSI that did not look like this when I bought it. Let's go way into the archives to watch some old footage and bring it back to what it is today. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Let's get going. Something out of the graveyard today. Bought this old girl 2 years ago, parked it, never did anything with it. Let's see if we can get it going. 90 Eagle Talon TSI. I'm about to pull this car back from the grave. My 90 Eagle Talon TSI. I have a key, I have a battery. The battery doesn't fit because there's a dirt bike battery with dirt bike connections. Let's see if I can jump it. All right, so we got oil, we got juice, we got a new key, we have fuel. Question is, will it start? Turn. Oh, almost. You're almost there. Are you running? You're running. She is officially running on her own. Officially run into my first problem driving this thing to my shop is it's pouring fuel from somewhere around the fuel tank, which isn't awful. At least I can get it the mile that I need to go. Unfortunately for me, I only had to drive a mile and I did have a blowout from my weather cracked tires. And I would say that is a significant blowout. Fortunately for me, I have all of the original tools and toolkit. Never have time to do these side projects. If you guys have a full-time job with a bunch of other side gigs, you know it's impossible to get your hobbies back to life. I have a 73 Mustang Mach 1 sitting 2 years now. I have a 240SX that's not running. So sad. These things pile up. So I've learned to buy my time. I mean, delegate, subcontract work out to other people because I'm too busy to do these things myself. So yes, I am working on the car, but I'm having other people do what they're good at. So I have a great friend, my best friend ever since childhood, very meticulous, building the engine. Engine is out thanks to that guy. Just about everything has arrived for our Eagle Talon TSI build. We have some Megan Racing coilovers, our headers in, our timing belt water pump kit is in, brake pads, rotors, all new bearings, just waiting for our parts to arrive from Mishimoto when we can start the build. Ta-da! So clean, so pretty. Updated Eagle Talon build. Subframes all painted. Clutch is in. Engine bay gets painted this weekend. While the engine's out, it's a perfect opportunity for my brother to come by, prep the car, and paint the engine bay before the engine goes back in. Now, I always wanted a red Eagle Talon, so the car is getting a color change from the gray to red, too. We're not going to skip any details, so the car's going to get jammed out. All the trim's going to come off. You will not see a spot of gray on this car when we're finished. He even taped off all the original stickers from the factory, so everything is going to look great when it's finished. Time for some wheel restoration on the Eagle Talon wheels. I'm keeping the stock wheels because I absolutely love them. I want to keep them. I want this car to look stock. So here we go. I got this. Ultimately, I would have loved to remove the tires, sandblast the wheels, and then have them powder coated. But somebody needed the wheels and tires the day of, so I had to get it done. Oh, I've come into a dilemma. I'm starting to like this machined look. Stirring, just about ready to be washed. Here we go. Prepped, primed, wet sanded, ready for paint. And I know what you might be asking, Craig, why are the tires still on? Why are the center caps? Why is the valve stem still in? I was rushed because somebody needs these wheels tomorrow with brand new tires. So now I'm being rushed on a project that hasn't been a rush at all. So here's the problem that I'm running into on this Eclipse. It's driving me freaking crazy. I have a buddy who is so particular, such a perfectionist, which means the car's gonna come out amazing, but it's a lot of work. So like these wheels, I want the tires off, I want to sandblast them down, I want to prime them, I want to paint them with the tires off. He called me yesterday, today's Friday, he called me yesterday and said, hey, your car's almost ready to be rolling, I need your wheels and tires. Well, he had the wheels and tires. So I said, well, I want to paint them first before I put new tires on. Well, I need them tomorrow. So that means today, Friday, when I'm supposed to be going away with my family at noon, now it's already 2 o'clock, I need to grind these wheels down as fast as I can, smooth them out, prime them, paint them, let them dry, and somehow get them to the tire shop so he can have them ready for tomorrow. So a lot of little headaches like that. I mean, I know he's going to do an amazing job on the car. It's going to look great, but these wheels are just like a glimpse of the headaches that have happened to this project. If I had known that he needs them today, I would have asked for them a month ago so I could have taken the wheels off, sandblasted them, painted them properly instead of rushing through this job, which is after this whole car is now August, started in January. I don't want to rush through little things now, like, you know, the little small detail work now. Oh my goodness. I am so pumped about these wheels. I wish I had time to take the valve stems and the tires off, but they came out amazing. We did end up getting the wheels finished in time, the tires on while the engine was out. I ended up removing the valve cover, grinding it down, bringing it back to life. So this thing came out perfect. I'm so pumped about the valve cover and then all the accessories. He's had it there since January. It's August now, so he's had it for about 8 months. I'm going to check out the results. I think it's going to start today. So today should be the day that we hear this thing running. Super, super excited to go see it. So let's go check it out. There it is, parked right next to two SCs. And there's my baby. Oh man, this car gets me so jacked up. It's going from this purpley silver color to red, which is what I always wanted, a red Eagle Talon with a black roof. My brother did the engine bay. We got the fresh intercooler set up thanks to CX Racing, the radiator thanks to CX Racing, the exhaust thanks to CX Racing. Brand new freshies on there. You remember I did those wheels. The wheels are looking fly as F. One thing that I'm so bummed about this car is the exhaust. So this car is completely original when I got it. It had the original exhaust, which wasn't rotted, which was in good shape. And he pulled it off, obviously, to do all the work. And then he asked me, and I was so busy the day, he's like, hey, can I just cut this exhaust up and throw it out? I said, yeah, get rid of it. He threw out the original muffler, and it's my fault because I told him to, and I forgot that I wanted it on here. I'm keeping the original wheels. I'm going with like the stock color, the black roof, and I forgot that I wanted to keep the original muffler. I thought that was just such a neat little detail, and we got rid of it. Where the heck am I gonna find a clean 1990 Eagle Talon TSI muffler now? It's my own fault too. Check out the inside of this car. Original leather, perforated. So nice. Dash, not cracked. I love the pistol shifter. It has the original pistol shifter. So cool. This is such a cool car. If you guys don't think it's a cool car, you're not that cool then. This has got to be appreciated. Check out this engine bay. Oh my goodness. Adam, you did a great job with the paint. Dave, you did a great job with the block. So pumped about this car. Fresh turbo down there. Did that valve cover myself, thank you. Going underneath the car. So actually, let's start with braking. The brakes, we didn't use the original braking. Dave, what did we do these with?
05 Mitsubishi Outlander.
05 Mitsubishi Outlander just fits. You can see the clearance right there. Far bigger rotors, far bigger calipers, better braking in the front. Now we have, what did I use for coilovers? Megan Racing coilovers. And I got, did I get new control arms and stuff? New control arms, new ball joints?
No, we just rebuilt the OEM control arms, new bushings, new ball joints.
Okay. And then rear control arms? No. What do we do in the rear? Of adjustable tow rods. What other parts did I do to this? Obviously everything in the engine's been torn out. Going to give a quick shout out to CX Racing. So this is an eBay part. This is a CX Racing part. You can see how much better the welds are from CX Racing versus like knockoff eBay stuff. So shout out to CX Racing. He says it's probably not gonna run, dude. We don't have a lot hooked up. A lot's not plugged in. But it's turning. It's turning. Our first leak though. Is that oil? Or
You're
power
fucking
sample?
videoing everything.
Everything, yeah. I'm documenting this entire build. Oh, I found out this car all over again. Okay, fire it up. Sounds so clean. First drive in years. Actually, no, I drove it here. First drive since the build though. Ooh, I see a little puff puff. So here's where I'm at right now. Driving the car, it runs great. Bringing it to the tire shop for four-wheel alignment. I am very pleased with the car and slightly frustrated with some of the things. So the things I really wanted, like basics. The car ran great. There was no problems with it, but it had been sitting. So timing belt, water pump, brakes, ball joints. I just bought a bunch of items that I just wanted to go through, like a quick tune-up, go through it, replace all the wearable parts, get it running. Well, my friend is so thorough. He is meticulous. He is spot on with everything that he goes overboard almost with everything. You know, he wants everything to be perfect. So the engine came out, then the transmission came out, then the ball joints and the tie rods and the control arms and everything came out. Then might as well do a rack. So talk me into doing all these things that I really didn't want to do because they were fine on the car. But at the time, oh, well, this is a part, so let's take that. Let's go on and move forward and replace that. Oh, well, now this is out. Let's replace the next part. Well, that's not really in the budget of this car. I wanted to be into it for short money and just make it a fun daily driver that kind of looked neat. Well, now I'm going to be into this car for 10 grand probably. There's a lot of like extra parts that I still have to go pick up from his house. There's a lot of things that wasn't done because he was kind of in a rush towards the end of the project. Well, I know the gas gauge worked originally. The gas gauge doesn't work now. It's a little smoky, so it's puffing some white smoke. It wasn't doing that before. And then when I give it gas, turbo spools up, it falls on its face. So I don't know what that's all about either, which is just frustrating for me. I just want the car to be done. And now I have to take it for the four-wheel alignment because he wanted it out of there. It's away from his house. Now I have to figure out the problems, and I don't have time for it. Originally, I went with a 205 5516, and they look like pizza cutter tires on it, so I had them swapped out again to 225 5016. So it gives me a little bit of bubble, slightly taller sidewall, and it was about an inch wider. So that's what I went with. Then I had Town Fair do the alignment, which clearly they effed up. So if you look at the side, look at my front tire sticking right out. Look at my rear tire towed in, and then go to this side. Same thing. You can see my wheel kind of kinked over, and then that one's sticking out again too. Well, here is the finished product thus far. So far, I'm pretty pleased with how it's coming out. Now, I just want this to be a fun daily driver. I don't want a ton of money invested into the car. I don't even want it to be a race car. I just want it to be a fun driver that looks really cool, and it's something I wanted as a kid. Now, keep in mind, this is about a 4 or 5 year long project, so I had to go way back into the archives to show you how we got this far, so you know what the end product looks like and you can appreciate it a little bit more. Make sure to follow to see our next video when we show you the progress of the car getting painted and where we are up to date. Okay, so you'll see this car has been sitting here for quite a while. It's actually starting to make indents in my driveway, which is a huge bummer. I want to drive this car. I want to use it all the time, but I don't. Instead, I use that Eagle Talon TSI. Thank you for selling it to me. You know who you are. I really appreciate it. I love it, and I use it all the time. I also have a 94 Prelude SI that I use all the time. And then on nice sunny days, rainy days, shouldn't be out in the rain, blasphemy, I use this Skyline. I have so many toys that this thing just keeps getting put in the back burner. In part 2, which is the next video, we're gonna bring this thing back to life. You've seen it run. Now we're gonna show it to you getting painted. Like, what was the entire process? Because this thing is detailed. We're gonna bring it to my brother's shop, Adam Altogether, restores old Nissans, 90s cars. He's gonna bring this thing back to life. So make sure to stay tuned for part 2. You can hit a bell so you get notifications for when part 2 is available. You can subscribe to the channel, and then also, as a favor to me, hit the thumbs up button down below. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching my stuff. I love doing these things. I love that you guys watch this stuff with me, so thank you very much. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Adios.